Miss Scarth here. Today we're going to learn how to make homemade bread and some soup. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly before you start cooking or baking. Here we have 240 grams of all-purpose flour, so plain flour, and we have 120 millilitres of milk, 40 millilitres of warm water, 1 medium egg, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of yeast and a teaspoon of sugar. In the bowl I have tipped the milk and the water, and then I'm going to put the yeast into here. So you need to give it a quick stir in the bowl like that, and then you've got to wait 5 minutes until your yeast is foamy. You need to add the sugar into your mixture and you crack the egg into the bowl. There we go. And then you stir to combine all of your ingredients together. Put in your salt and half of the flour. Now you need to add the rest of your flour into your mixture. So it all looks like that inside. Then you need to whisk it on a high speed until it's all combined. So you can put a bit more flour onto your hands so it doesn't stick to you, and you keep kneading it in a bowl like that to try and make it into a big ball. It should go quite elasticy to make it a good dough. If you need to keep adding flour, that's fine, to stop it all sticking. Now we need your help to knead the dough. Put the dough ready in a greased bowl so it doesn't stick to the sides, and then it is ready to proof for an hour. You just need to put some cling film over the top and then it should double in size. The dough has finished proofing. You are ready to roll your dough into chunks. So I've just split mine up into different sections and then I'm going to make them into cool patterns. Now I have shaped all of them into different shapes and they are going in the oven after they have proofed again for 30 minutes, and then they can go into the oven. Glaze the bread with some milk and a brush like that over the top of each one, just so it has a light coating. Here we have our finished product of all the bread buns, and they are ready to go on a cooling tray while they cool down. We have them all on a cooling rack. We are going to make homemade soup with 5 different vegetables, so you get your 5 a day in. I've already peeled these ones. You just need to get your grown-up to help you peel them, and then we will show you how to chop them all up. So we have got a red pepper, tin tomatoes, a red onion, sweet potato and a carrot. You could get your grown-ups to help you chop these. Make sure your fingers are well away, and we're going to chop the carrot into circles. Make sure your fingers don't go anywhere near where you're cutting. Chop the sweet potato into chunks. So if you chop it into circles again, you can always chop it smaller. Again, get your grown-up to help you and make sure your fingers are nowhere near where you are chopping. I'm going to chop the red pepper. So if you chop the top bit off first, and then if you cut I would maybe get your grown-up to do this bit as well. So if you chop all the white bit, and then your seeds should just pull out of the middle. Okay, like that. If there is any more, you can always tip them out. And then put them to the side because we don't need them bits anymore. And then you can chop it in half, then put the flat bit down, and then chop it into chunks. And then again with the other half. And then it is all ready to go into the pan. Peel the onion skin off, and I've already chopped both ends off, so you need to chop each end off to make it flat like that on the ends. Then peel any of the skin off that you don't want on. And then you chop it in half, and then chop it into little sections like that. Again, careful where you are chopping. And then that can all go into your pan. And then you chop the other half afterwards. Making sure you're being very careful with your chopping. And then put all the onion into the pan with all your other vegetables. You should have a full pan of 4 different vegetables at the minute. I'm making vegetable soup. I've got 2 vegetable stock cubes to go in with the boiling water. So I would get your grown-ups to do this bit. Don't leave this to you. Then you need to stir the stock cubes in until it's all dissolved. Next we need to add the tinned tomatoes to your mixture in there. So that all goes in, and then you carefully need to get your grown-up again to pour the stock cube into your soup mixture. It's really, really hot, so get someone older to help you. So now all your vegetables are in your soup bowl. You need to leave it to simmer in your pan for at least half an hour. Now all the vegetables are lovely and soft because they've been simmering for 30 minutes, so it's now time to blitz it. I've got a hand mixer to do it with, but you could also use a potato masher if you've got one of them. It'll just take longer, but that's fine. But again, I would maybe get your grown-up to do this because it's really, really hot. Then you can season it with some salt and pepper just to give it a bit of extra flavour. See, it's now starting to thicken up as I've been whisking it for a while. So you need it this thick consistency. It's time to put it back on to simmer for another 10 minutes. Once it's all creamy like that, then you need to heat it up again. Again, get your grown-ups to do this because it'll be hot. And then your soup is ready to go. Well, enjoy making them and I hope you're all okay.